Over 80 years on the air, 1490 AM and now 96.3 FM. Online at newsdakota.com, on your smart speaker, and on the KOVC app. The voice of the Valley. KOVC.
It's time for KOVC Sports.
And welcome everyone here to our first baseball broadcast of the year over here in Valley City. Charlie Brown, Memorial Baseball Field. Jerry Edwards with you all day here on the Voice of the Valley, 1490 AM, 96.3 FM, KOVC. And, well, it is brisk, let's say. It's been frigid the past few days here in the North Dakota area, but now I think we're settling happily into brisk. It's 52 degrees. Air temp feels like 50 degrees. Essentially, it's about as good as we're going to get for what we've had the past few days. And expect that to affect the offense here today. The reason why we've had kind of the new rules put into place around air temp is mostly due to the warranty surrounding metal bats. Also, kind of a safety thing as well. In football, you can make the argument there's a lot more moving going around and the ability to stay warm. Baseball, a lot more standing. So it's kind of a twofold thing of why you're kind of waiting for it to get to decent temperatures. And, well, this is about as good as you're going to get at this point. Let's get to our Sanford L pregame show here for all here for good. Take a look at our starting lineups for both sides. We'll start off here with the visiting Carrington Cardinals. It'll be Jacob, excuse me. It'll be Jacob Beauchamp in center field leading off for Carrington. It'll be Max Whitman behind the dish batting second. Batting third will be the pitcher, Tate Wolski. Jamison Kuntz will be at first base and clean it up. Hitting fifth will be the shortstop, Talon Mehring. Isaiah Otis will be at third base and hitting sixth. Batting seventh will be James Rao at second base. In right field, batting eighth will be Charles Jorgensen. And in left field will be Blake Broughton. So those are the starting lineups for Carrington. Now moving over to the Valley City Highliners. Leading off will be Corbin Powell. He'll be behind the dish today. Hitting second is Jack Samuelson. Hitting third is James Schwer. He'll be pitching. In right field will be the cleanup hitter Andrew Sikora. Center field will be Leighton Hendrickson. Left field batting sixth will be Parker Rolsema. Third base will be Luke Praska. Adam Shenenko will be at first base. And rounding out the lineup will be Chase Coughlin at second. Now, I remember somewhere on the schedule it said 2 5-inning games. I have since confirmed that it is indeed going to be a 7-inning game, but that is not going to stop either coach from kind of spreading out the love in terms of the pitching staff. Obviously, first game of the year, nobody's really in game shape at this point. It's kind of one thing to throw bullpens over and over again. It's another thing to kind of have the physical strain, obviously a pitching mixed in there with the kind of mental aspect of it and having to, kind of get used to being back in a game. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how long both coaches stick with their starters. Valley City starter and James Schwer. Going to be an interesting development between James Schwer and I would say Luke Praska, who's going to wind up being the number one in this rotation by the time postseason play comes around. James Schwer kind of been a big game pitcher for Valley City over on the Legion team the past few years. In terms of the high school success, hasn't really been there for Valley City. Obviously, they've been playing the bigger schools, the Fargos, the Grand Forks, in that area. So they've had success at the Legion level, back-to-back state tournament appearances, won the west side of their class last year in Legion. James Schwer was a big part of that. Luke Praska was somebody for Valley City that I feel like really flew under the radar last high school season. Valley City, of course, again, going up against the bigger schools and lost a lot of players from a group that made them competitive at that level. Really didn't have a whole lot to hang most nights, but Luke Praska had himself a game, I believe it was against, I think it was Central, might have been Red River, I think it was one of the Grand Forks schools, where he just had himself a night, was punching tickets left and right. I believe, without a doubt, he's going to be the guy that has the best stuff. That's what a lot of people like to say, stuff. It's the je ne sais quoi of baseball speak. It was like, what is stuff? Well, stuff can be velocity, stuff can be movement, it can be a little bit of both. Luke Praska might have the best stuff on the team. The issue with Luke is going to come down to control. We saw it during the Legion season. There was a stretch, and I think this was when Valley City played. I want to say it was Watford City. Luke Praska had double-digit strikeouts and was pretty much untouchable in that game, aside from like a couple of hits and a walk. And then just kind of out of nowhere, he just really lost control of his fastball, couldn't really throw it for strikes, and Valley City is kind of able to sustain maybe not being able to use him pitching-wise as much in the Legion side, as they were a little bit deeper there. They had Bryson Heck and Will Schwer, and they'll have Bryson Heck back for the Legion season as well. But they're really going to need Luke Praska to be a consistent force on this pitching staff. You look elsewhere down this Valley City kind of lineup and see, well, who else is going to be pitching? And there's Corbin Powell, and Corbin's kind of, he's been, I would say, about as good of a spot starter or a guy that if you really need to eat up innings can do it. He can, he's got some experience doing it. Adam Shenenko, he's got experience pitching as well. You look at the bench for Valley City: Ty Cordy, Matthew Holm, also had Brody Mueller, Cole Bullinger, and Elijah Praska. So Valley City, they have some on the bench, but this is not going to be the deepest pitching staff possible. So, which is why a game like this is kind of interesting to see, because you get to get everyone some action, and you don't put a lot of pressure on anybody. The best way I can describe what this game is going to be, it is going to be a consequential, inconsequential game. In that, in terms of region standings, right? This game's going to count for region standings, obviously. When we're sitting in, when we're sitting a month and a half, 2 months away from now, are we actually going to consider the result of this game as, maybe not something to be, taken legitimately, but maybe as something to weigh heavily on the minds, right? It's kind of like a basketball team is like, if you're going to, pull an upset on a really good basketball team, the best time to do it is to do it early when they haven't gotten their feet underneath them yet. And for Carrington, they're coming in, obviously, to this kind of new situation as well, and it'll be kind of interesting to see, like, both coaches, talking to them. It's very apparent that they're going to be using the players they have pretty much 1 through 9, 1 through 13, 14, whatever it may be to get through this game. And I think that's why initially that when I saw that it was going to be a 5-inning game, I thought, it makes sense. Nobody's kind of played yet, and, we're not in prime baseball weather, so kind of just get through it type of game, but it is just going to be a 7-inning game, and then the 5-inning JV game will follow. But for Valley City in this one, it's going to be, very much interesting to see how long they let James Schwer go, and who kind of slots in afterwards. Again, kind of, we'll go through the rest of this pitching staff. We got to hear some of our great sponsors, but we'll talk more about the Valley City pitching staff and how it might shake out right after this break. Keep it here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. You're listening to the Sanford Health Pregame Show.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week at Lever's Foods, you'll find spring showers of savings on Jack's Pizza, 3 for $10. Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, $2.25 each. Extra large red seedless grapes, $1.99 a pound. Bone-in pork shoulder, just $2.49 a pound. And T-bone steak, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Welcome back here, everyone, to the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Carrington right now taking infield. Again, want to take a moment to welcome y'all if you're listening over on KOVC Live. If you see a large something hanging in the way, yep, you don't adjust your screens. That is the state right now of the net overhang here at Charlie Brown Memorial Field. Said that it's going to be maybe taken care of, maybe, possibly, allegedly taken care of next week. But for right now, we all got to look through it. So if you're wondering what the droopy net's for, well, it's hanging a little low. But for Valley City, talking about the pitching staff as it stands right now, I would say you have two locked-on starters, James Schwer and Luke Praska. Those are going to be your definite bona fide 1-2. Corbin Powell has proven that he can go out there and eat innings. We've seen it during Legion season, that he can go out and do it. The question really is who's going to be catching outside if Corbin's going to be pitching. Most likely, I would say that would fall to James Schwer. Not James's natural position. Probably you'll see James end up going to the third base. James naturally is probably a corner infielder at third or first. But if you're kind of looking around the rest of who could slot in where, outside of, I would say, really James, Luke, and Corbin, I would say a name to keep your eye on there would be Adam Shenenko. Shenenko came on really well in the Legion season towards the end. A guy that you kind of just always knew that you had in the back of your mind. Doesn't really overpower you, but can throw strikes. And again, you always kind of like having that guy, even if it is mop-up duty, especially when it gets to tournament time, because that's how a lot of things can be determined. There's a lot of teams that can, just go out and win a game if they can outpitch you. And that's what Valley City has sometimes been able to do, is that they might not have the offense really to go out there and put up 10 runs a game, but they can draw walks, and that's kind of been a staple of Valley City, is their ability to draw walks, take advantage of the opportunities that are given to them, and try to grind out wins and have good pitching behind them. And for the upcoming Legion season, that's what you'd expect, especially with the bulk of that rotation coming back that led them to an undefeated season in the West and also led them to a Western Crown and Legion as well. But you can definitely see the potential where this Valley City team could be. But again, the one thing you're going if you're Valley City is you're going like, what would this look like if we would be down at this level 2 years ago when you had some really really good offensive players and some really really good pitching, but at this point you're going to get a look to see kind of where both teams are at right now. And again, this is a game that obviously going to count for the standings between Valley City and Carrington. It's not a game that I'm going to be looking back on and say, like, all right, because of this game that happened in, pretty much 40-degree weather is how we're going to determine who's better at the end of the year. I don't think that's going to be a viable way to do it. Again, if you missed the starting lineups, we'll get to it right now. Jacob Bayshons leading off, and in center field for the Cardinals, Max Whitman at catcher, Tate Wolski pitching. It'll be Jamison Kuntz at first base, Talon Maring over at shortstop, Isaiah Otis at third base. It'll be James Rao at second, Charles Jorgensen in right field, and Blake Broughton in left field. For Valley City, Corbin Powell catching, Jack Samuelson shortstop, James Schwer pitching, Andrew Sikora right field, Leighton Hendrickson center field, Parker Rolsema in left, Luke Praska at third, Adam Chinenko at first, and Chase Coughlin at second base. Kind of an interesting, I would say, defensive arrangement there for Valley City, obviously without the services of, a player like Bryson Heck, who was essentially the staple of center field for Valley City the past few years. Trevor Fetch, obviously a player on the Legion team that played a lot of second base, a lot of shortstop. Don't have his services this year, so Chase Coughlin getting the nod over there. Adam Chinenko being at first base is an interesting one. We've seen kind of both Adam Chinenko and Andrew Sikora in right field at times. Be kind of interesting to see who sticks where. I think kind of the big swap, you could say, that's going to happen is when James Schwer comes off the mound. He most likely, I would guess, is going to third base. And then I think you would take James, put him at third, and then you would take Luke Praska and either put him at second or put him at short, depending on, who's the better fit where between him and Coughlin. So kind of be interesting to see how all that ends up working out. But that's what we have game one for, is to find out how all of this is going to work out. James Schwer looking at his schedule, I got a ball to warm up with yet. So it's like play ball, but we don't have a ball. So we are missing the crucial component of that. Well, we'll take a quick break, come back for our first pitch. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, and over on KOVC Live.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City. Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
And we are back here for our first pitch of the day. Again, on the mound for Valley City, it'll be James Schwer. Jacob Bayshon's going to be the first batter of the day for the Carrington Cardinals. Again, with the temperature of where it's at, sitting just above 50 degrees, you're probably not going to see the ball fly very much, so you're going to see the Valley City outfield pinch in here. So Valley City in head-to-toe in Columbia blue, Carrington in the grays and the Cardinal accents. And we are underway in Valley City. First pitch in there for a called strike.
4:35 p.m.
Very deliberate strike one call. Next pitch by Schwer. Going to be inside, and that's going to be ball one. Cold night like tonight. Last thing you want to do is wear one. Now pitch here by Schwer, looping breaking ball in there for a called strike two. And the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. James able to spot his fastball. That's what he's going to work off of, but it's started to get better with that breaking ball. This is going to be a looping little flare in the left field. Not the best square-up job there as Rolsema trying to get in front of it, ultimately able to bring it in. So that'll be a fly out to left field to start off today.
The catcher.
It'll be Max Whitman.
Max Whitman.
Whitman behind the dish today. Now, Whitman going to be digging into the right-hand box. So a pair of righties to start out today here for the Cardinals. Schwer into the windup, will kick and fire. Fastball. Oh, that just misses. And that'll be ball one. 1 ball and no strikes as Valley City has to go retrieve the ball as the ball went off the tip of James Schwer's glove and rolled away. Asked about the field conditions, and, well, apparently they were better than what they were a couple hours ago. Pitch is going to be high and outside for ball two. Apparently the morning frost that came in kind of almost really softened up the playing surface. Now wind's coming in, it's dried it out a little bit. Schwer loops in a breaking ball, and that's going to be a 3-0 count. So Schwer, after getting ahead 1-2 with the first batter, is now falling behind 3-0. First pitch was mighty close, but didn't get the call, and has not quite been as close to these last 2 pitches. That'll be ball 4, so the zone shrinks. So 4-pitch walk issued here for Whitman.
The pitcher, number 10, Tate Wolski.
Tate Wolski, today's pitcher for Carrington coming up. Now, as far as the running game is concerned, be interesting to see how both teams kind of get this going, as it's don't really get off to great jumps when it's cold outside. Takes a little bit to get your legs warmed up. Corbin Powell also with a good arm behind home plate. Runners also got to be mindful over at first base. Corbin with that open throwing line, definitely viable of going with a back pick. And he'll even up the count here at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, runner at first base with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Schwer taking a gander at the runner at first base, and Whitman will come set, takes a deep breath, and will kick and fire. This will be a ground ball, backhand play here by Samuelson. It kicks off his glove. Tough play to make, but ultimately going to be ruled an E. So the E6 is going to put runners at second and first here. So Jameson Kuntz will come up here. So no hits in the inning for Carrington, but with a pair of base runners off the walk and the air. Nice backdoor slider there. That's going to be in there for a strike. First lefty today that Schwer will face. Schwer going to come set at the buckle. Looks back at the runner at second. Decent sized lead for Whitman over at second base. Kick fire. That one outside, and it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, with the temperature the where it's at right now, this is as warm as it's going to get. It's going to get colder as the day goes on. Obviously going to affect the kind of how this game gets played, and that's going to put the count to 2-1 as James is missing up high. I'm going to tell you right now, the strike zone is going to get larger as the day goes on because it's going to get colder and colder, and then all of a sudden you're going to start getting the it's cold behind here strike zone. Right now you're getting a bit more of a tight zone, and James is not been able to find it very often here, as that's going to put the count to 3-1. So James struggling to get it going here. Again, first batter was all around the zone. Next batter he walked on 4 pitches, and a soft ground ball the last time, but this one's starting to miss as well. No backdoor him with the slider again, so that breaking ball has been James's best pitch so far early on in this game. See how much faith he has in it if he's going to try to double up here on a 3-2 count. Let's see the runners off in motion here to try to stay out of a double play. Pitch by Schwer. That is going to run inside. Ball 4. So a pair of walks here for Schwer, and the Cardinals used a pair of walks and an error to get themselves a bases-loaded scenario.
Number 21, Talon Meering.
So Talon Meering coming up. Valley City pinching in slightly over at first base, but playing at regular depth across the infield. And this will be a grounder to third, and that's fair, and that'll be the first hit of the game, and that'll be the first, perhaps, run of the game as Carrington throws up a late stop sign for the runner at third, and he'll get his way back. So Marion comes through with the RBI single, and Carrington's got the 1-0 lead. So the first dent on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard will be made by the Carrington Cardinals as they take a 1-0 lead. So the walks come back to bite Valley City along with the air. And late stop sign thrown over at first base. Wolski able to get back to avoid being getting picked off on the play. And that'll be a low pitch. Nice block there by Corbin, but Valley City right now is just looking for something to go their way. You got the kind of fly out the left, and since then it has been a lot of erratic pitches around the zone and fielding errors. That'll be a swing and a miss, and the count will go to 2-1. A little bit off speed on that one by Schwer. And this is the first game for everybody, but Schwer certainly laboring through this first inning. I'll be lone in the dirt. Corbin gets in front of it, and that'll be a nice block. That is now the 22nd pitch of the inning for Schwer. 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 away. Schwer into the windup, will kick and fire, and that'll be low, ball 4. So walk brings in a run. So Schwer having a hard time finding the zone. That is 3 walks in the inning.
Second baseman, number 1, James Rao.
So the second baseman, James Rao, will step in. At some point, if you're James Schwer, got to sacrifice velocity to get it over the plate. Got to make Carrington put it in play here. Tries to zip in a fastball, misses up and inside, and Deli's trying to aim the pitch right now. Trying to aim the pitch. You're usually missing up. Next pitch here for Schwer, and that'll miss high and outside. Back pick by Corbin Powell, and he throws it into left field. Runner didn't realize where it was, so Valley City's going to catch a pretty sizable break there. Corbin trying to essentially either trying to steal an out for his struggling pitcher right now. Bases loaded for Carrington, 2 runners across. I'll be in there for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. In conditions like this, sometimes you just really got to rear back and just kind of get it over the plate. Don't really worry about pitch sequencing, just got to force him to swing. Well, he popped out of play, and that'll be up and over everything for strike 2. Your Valley City, the best case scenario right now is that Rao chops one into the dirt. Corbin takes a stomp on the plate and throws it over to first and gets you out of the inning. Next pitch for James. That's going to be in there for a called strike 3 at the knees. So Rao goes down looking. And this will send Jorgensen to the plate.
Charles Jorgensen.
Jorgensen in right field today. Getting a chance that not many times you get at the bottom of the order. Bases loaded, chance to really stake yourself to a lead. and does not take a good hack on that first pitch. And a hack like that gives a lot of confidence to the pitcher. Just get it over the plate and let him try to hit it. Next pitch by James, overthrows it, and he'll pound it into the dirt. And Corbin's going to go out there and talk to James, and I think this conversation is going to be very quickly. He's saying, did you see the last swing? Throw it over the plate. And about as long as it takes to say that, Corbin's back behind home plate, and James Schwer's got the ball back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 30 pitches for Schwer in the inning. And this is going to be a little foul ball pulled significantly out of play. And it'll be 1-2. So drop third strike rule is in effect here with 2 outs. But if it is a drop third strike, Corbin can just tap home plate and be done with the inning. Pitch by James, trying to go outside corner, couldn't quite get the call. And the count will go to 2-2. Umpire not cold yet. And sometimes as a pitcher, you're hoping to get that expanded zone in temperatures like this. Next pitch by James, right down the pike for a called strike 3. So Schwer gets back-to-back punch-outs looking to end the first inning. So the Cardinals get a hit and get 3 walks in the inning along with an error to put up a pair of runs. So after half an inning of play, it's Carrington 2, Valley City nothing. We'll be back here in a little bit with our bottom of the first here on KOVC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers. Clearly the best.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
And we're back here, as we said to begin our bottom of the first inning here on KOVC. Carrington with a 2-0 lead in our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard, using a hit and 3 walks and an error to be able to get those runs. It'll be Corbin Powell leading off today. Corbin has kind of worked his way up here from bottom of the order bat to middle of the order bat, and now able to kind of be up at the top of the order. Really good plate discipline, plus speed for a catcher. Led the team most offensive, if not all offensive categories last year. And that'll be 2 high pitches up and out of the zone here. And the count will start out 2-0 for Wolski. So Wolski, the righty, into the windup and deals. Corbin, tomahawk chops this one, and that'll get through. It's going to be a hard play to make. It sneaked under the glove of Otis, so interesting to see how that ends up getting scored. I'd give it a hit, and they're going to give Corbin the single.
Number 11, Jack Samuelson.
So Jack Samuelson at shortstop and hitting second. 6'5", 6'6", depending on the convenience store he's leaving. A lot of power in that big right-hand swing. And he'll drive this one over into center field, and that'll get down. And no, that's a ball that you love. That's a swing that you love having. First AB of the year. Drives it. And even though it's only a single, I mean, there's a lot of hits up the middle. Now this will bring up James Schwer. James Schwer can be best probably described as a streaky hitter. Going good, he's going good. Has good plate discipline to kind of back things up. But Always kind of waiting for the batting average to kind of follow up with that plus plate discipline. James goes chasing a high fastball, and that'll move the count to 0-1. So a pair of singles for Valley City will put runners at second and first here with nobody out. Corbin could steal third here. Interesting to see how Valley City, how aggressive they're going to be. And James takes another hack at a high fastball and can't catch up to it, and the count goes to 0-2. James has to be careful with here. He's not trying to do too much. He gave up 2 runs, and especially when you're pitching, you feel like you got to get those runs back right away. Just got to have a smart AB here. Try to set yourself up. That'll miss high, and that was right around the area where James was taking a cut, so does a good job to recognize it out of the hand as a ball and take it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 men on for Valley City with no outs here in the bottom of the first, trailing by 2. That'll be a looping breaking ball that was right down the pike until about the very end and then broke harsh and away. And that'll put the count at 2-2. So not a bad looking pitch there by Wolski, trying to get the big man to take a big rip at it and come up empty. 2-2 pitch, misses high, and it's 3-2. So after a couple of swings at pitches that look to be up and out of the zone, James has done a good job working it back to a full count. 3-2 pitch upcoming. Corbin with a small lead over at second base. That pitch high and outside, and that plate discipline comes back to draw James a walk, so bases will be full of highliners with nobody out.
The right fielder, number 7, Andrew Sikora.
Andrew Sikora coming up, and Andrew Sikora hit perhaps one of the most surprising home runs of all the Legion season. Valley City was playing Castleton and was trailing big in that game, and Sikora ripped a home run over the right field fence that caught everybody's attention and gave Valley City a chance. Valley City would ultimately end up losing that game, but Andrew Sikora, more of a singles hitter, but man, every once in a while he just gets a hold of one and he'll drive it to the fence off with no bounce. Takes that one away for ball 1. And that'll be in there for a called strike, and the count will go to 1-1. Not the type of pitch you want to take a rip at early on in a count. And now he knows what he has to defend against. 1 ball, 1 strike, pitch to Andrew, and he'll take a little leaning poke at that one into shallow left field, and that'll spin out of bounds for a foul ball. So Sikora down in the count 1-2 here. Leighton Hendrickson and Parker Rolsma going to be the next guys up. Rolsma and Hendrickson, both experienced bats here for Valley City from the time they got playing in the Legion squad. So, the Valley City cleanup hitter looking to come through. Sikora hits this one high into the air, shallow left field, shortstop giving chase, and he won't make the catch. That'll drop clean. So that'll be a single as the shortstop unable to make the play, and Valley City will get a run. So Andrew Sikora able to drop that in past a chasing shortstop, and that'll be an RBI. So 3 singles have made it a 1-run game. And this will be Leighton Hendrickson coming up. Hendrickson will take a pitch that just clips the outside corner for strike 1. So 2-1 lead here for Carrington, but Valley City 1 swing away from tying or possibly taking the lead. Leighton gave up on that one a little early, but ultimately doesn't pay the price, as that'll be low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here to the Valley City center fielder. That'll miss high, and the count goes to 2-1. Leighton, a player that just, you can see the potential coming out of, and it's just all about putting it together. Good glove, good athlete. It's all about getting kind of the consistency of the swing down and having ABs like this where you're waiting for your pitch, and he's taken a lot, and he's managed to get himself to a 3-1 count. 3-1 pitch here to Leighton Hendrickson. That'll clip the outside corner, so 2 times Wolski's managed to get a strike. It's been in that exact location. Full count here, bases loaded, Valley City trailing by 1. The pitch to Leighton. Low, ball 4, and Hendrickson draws the walk to tie the game. So the first 5 batters have reached for Valley City.
The left fielder, number 6, Parker Rolsma.
So Parker Rolsma coming up here. Rolsma was
Running for the pitcher for Valley City,
one of the more
number 3,
surprised.
Hudson Krewald.
Rolsma was one of the more, I would say, surprise players that came out of the the Legion season for Valley City. Really started to take some good hacks at the end of the year. And he'll take a called strike. So Wolski, his best pitch has been that low outside fastball. You're a righty like Rolsman is. What you're looking to do is try to drive that between second and first. Gets locked up on a breaking ball there, and that'll move the count to 0-2. So Wolski with a rare 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch here to Rolsma. Low and outside as the count goes to 1-2. In this situation, if you're Valley City, it's just make the pitcher work. Kind of like how Carrington was trying to make James Schwer work. That'll be behind the head. It was a breaking ball, no intent there, and the count's going to go to 2-2. Wolski, though, is trying to almost rush through this. He's not taking a lot of time to settle down. And he'll be able to get Rolsma on a swing and a miss there. Rolsma caught him between speeds on that one and goes down hacking. This will bring up Luke Praska.
Number 2, Luke Praska.
Praska got a lot of fielding time and pitching time on the Legion team last season. Didn't get a lot of hitting time. Was mostly DH for by Will Schwer. Trying to come through here with a big hit that could see his team take the lead as the score is tied up here at 2-2. And Praska takes a big rip at that one, but the body opened up, and he'll swing and miss, and the count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away. Praska into the order, and a little blooper trying to drop it in, and that'll get down for a potential hit. I say potential because Valley City didn't quite know they were going to get that runner to second base, and it would have just been a fielder's choice, but Praska able to doink one off the end of the bat and scoop it into the outfield for an RBI single.
Adam Shanenko.
So Adam Shanenko going to come up. So Valley City keeps the bases loaded here. Their 4th hit of the inning. Shanenko chopper on the ground, and it goes through the wickets at shortstop, and that'll drive it a pair for Valley City, and they'll get the runner all the way from first to third. So Shanenko going to get credit for the RBI because they weren't going to turn the double play, but doesn't get credit for the second RBI, so that'll be E6.
The second baseman,
E6, 2 runs come in to score, but he does get credit for one of the RBIs. I'm going to give him credit at least. I might be nice that way. So Valley City continues to be able to kind of keep the line moving, so to speak. So it's a 5-2 lead. 5-2 lead here in our bottom of the first inning. This will be Coughlin coming up. Coughlin didn't get a lot of run last year on either Legion or Varsity. Opportunity here. We're just looking to, again, going to hit something soft. Hit it soft and on the ground and preferably over towards the first base side. That one going to be in there, and the count goes to 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Corbin Powell looming large in the on-deck circle in every catcher's favorite spot where you might have to go right back to fielding, so you got to leave the shin guards on. That'll be swung on and missed. Valley City, no, they tried to bait a throw, trying to get themselves in a rundown to score that runner from third, but no dice. Coughlin goes down swinging, so that'll be 2 outs. This will bring up Corbin Powell. Now, Valley City is, I would say infamous would be the right word for trying that rundown play.
13, Corbin
there were times where that rundown play worked, and it looked like the most brilliant move of all time, and there were times where it didn't work, and I threw my headset off air asking what we were doing. Valley City up 5-2 right now. Corbin Powell trying to add on some more damage. Hits this one high into center field, and that might get over the center fielder's head, and it will. That'll score a pair of runs. Corbin's got at least a double, and he will be in there standing up. So Valley City tacks on 2 more runs with the Corbin Powell double. So Corbin Powell has made it a 7-2 game.
11, Jack Samuelson.
So Jack Samuelson
Running
singled
for
and came
catcher
around his last
for
time
Valley
up,
City at
and
second
Corbin
base,
Powell
number 5, Brody Mueller.
going to get the VIP treatment and be able to go into the dugout and get the gear back on. They also have the hot thermos as well. And send in a bench player to run for him. That'll be a looping slider in there for a called strike. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 away. 7 runs across in the first inning for Valley City. They now have a 7-2 lead. Samuelson ripped at a pitch that was away from him and nicks it off the end of the bat for a foul, and the count will go to 0-2. Bayshon's on that fly ball by Powell. Misread it, took a step in. Samuelson hits a doinker out in the right field, and that's going to drop for a hit. Corbin never stopped running, the pinch runner for Corbin, and that'll come around to score. So Jack Samuelson, his second single of the day, and that'll make it an 8-2 game.
The pitcher, number 12, James
Jorgensen had a
Schroeder.
good read on it, just kind of got to the ball and either lost track of it or just didn't get the glove out in time. And Samuelson had a line drive single and had a single that'll go in the books as a line drive. So Samuelson and Powell both 2 for 2 today. That'll be in there for a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. And now James Schwer. Don't know if he's going to come back out for the next inning, but certainly relieved that his offense behind him seems to have his back today, and that'll be a swinging strike, and the count goes to 0-2. So for the second time, Schwer has found himself down 0-2. Last time he managed to come back and work a walk. Samuelson off and running. Schwer takes a hack at it and will foul it up and over towards the berm. I was just about to say Jack Samuelson, not necessarily, he can steal bases, but you wouldn't consider him a prolific base stealer. He's got those big, long strides, which makes up for maybe not being the fastest in a straight line, but definitely somebody that kind of gets faster the longer the distance he has to run. And that'll dot the outside corner for a strike 3. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Wolski. Unfortunately, 8 runs come across, and that'll bring it into our first inning of play. Now we'll be back here with our second inning right after this break.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week at Lever's Foods, you'll find spring showers of savings on Jack's Pizza, 3 for $10. Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, $2.25 each. Extra large red seedless grapes, $1.99 a pound. Bone-in pork shoulder, just $2.49 a pound. And T-bone steak, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Blake Broughton going to be the first man up for Carrington. Valley City leading 8-2 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So 10 total runs come across in that first inning. Smells like an opening day game in North Dakota where the temperatures are not above 50. First pitch in there for a swinging strike. Schwer back out there for the Highliners. That pitch will miss up and the count goes to 1-1. So Valley City got the offense going. Also took advantage of some Carrington miscues as well. I'll be in there for a called strike 2 with the front door breaking ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. James punched out the last 2 hitters of the first to get out of the inning to minimize damage, but he'll miss up and out that time, and the count goes to 2-2. James looks over the top of his glove. Will be into the windup and kick. Good front door breaking ball, and James locks him up again. So James Schwer with his 3rd strikeout looking. And has struck out the last 3 batters he's faced.
The center fielder, number 8, Jacob
Normally you
Mason.
think of a slider from the same side pitcher. As you're thinking of that ball is going to run away from you. You're trying to get mostly a chase pitch, or you're trying to get him to roll out over to second base. Schwer's doing a really good job of locating that slider, pretty much starting at the belt and then dropping it right into that bottom corner. First pitch misses, and that'll move the count to 1-0. And that'll miss again low, and that'll skip away, and the count goes to 2-0. Normally for a righty, if you see that pitch, you're giving up on it early, and unless you recognize it right out of the hand, your hands are always not going to be able to get to the ball in time, and most of the time you're either going to roll over or swing and miss on it. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Schwer banging to the windup will kick and fire, and that'll be low, and the count goes to 3-1. So Schwer started out the first inning with a nice AB to get a fly out to left field, and then walked 2 of the next 3 hitters. And that's when the control issues kind of came to rear its ugly head a little bit. I'll be in there for a swinging strike, and the count goes to a full 3-2. Definitely would be nice to see if you're Valley City, just see James again kind of stay out of the walk-in, the base is full. He did last time, and he'll get a swinging miss right there, and that'll move it to 2 outs here in our top of the second inning. This type of inning you want to see from James. And after a very long and taxing first inning where he threw well over 30 pitches, just kind of see him get back into the groove, settle down, and again, it's much easier to pitch when you see your offense drop an 8 spot in the first inning. Don't feel like you have to be perfect out there. You feel like you can kind of attack hitters. Schwer will miss outside to Whitman. Count goes to 1-0. Next pitch, nice front door slider again. The count goes to 1-1. And Corbin's not going to earn any favors with James as he spikes the throw at his feet. Once did that to a pitcher. I hit him. Ball hit off the mound and then got him uppercut into the lip. Didn't hear the end of it up until, well, probably till the end of the season. That's going to miss just low, and fortunately here at Valley City we didn't spring for the ABS system this year. That's going to move the count to 2-1. I'll miss high and away, and it's a 3-1 count. So 3 balls, 1 strike as Whitman drew a walk his first time up, came around to score. Next pitch by James, tries to drop it in the front door, but just leaves it a bit low, so Whitman draws his 2nd walk of the day, and that'll put him over at first base. It's interesting to see if he gets courtesy ran for.
The pitcher, number 10.
And it looks like they're going to keep him out on the base paths for now. Of course, pitcher and catcher can be courtesy ran for without having to sub them out of the game. So Wolski coming up, reached off an E6 his first time up. James Schwer going to go pick off over to first base. Got Shenenko right in the chest. And there's kind of show me moves, and then there's moves to try to actually get the runner at first base. Show me moves where you're just trying to throw it right at the chest of your first baseman. That'll be swung on and pulled well foul, and that'll be up and out of play, and the count will start off here 0-1. Move where you're actually trying to get somebody out is what you're trying to do is throw the ball right where the batter's helmet is going to be sliding into first base. So if your first baseman gets his glove to it, he's going to be able to get the tag down on the body, and if he doesn't get it, it's going to hit the runner right in the ear flap. I'll be swung on and missed as Wolski went flying off with the mechanics there. opened up severely and swung on and missed on the slider. 0-2 count here with 2 outs. James trying to throw up a scoreless inning. And that'll be swung on and missed, so James Schwer records 3 strikeouts in the inning. So he's got 5 overall, throws up a 0. Valley City takes an 8-2 lead into the bottom of the second inning. Back here in a little bit on KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Django, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Andrew Sikora leading off the inning for Valley City as they have an 8-2 lead as we begin. Now we're bottom of the second. Sikora, little bloop single his first time up. I'll be inside. The count goes to 1-0. Believe that it's still Wolski out there pitching for the Cardinals. Wolski into the windup will kick and fire, and that one dots the outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-2 lead for the Highliners. And Sikora lines this one, but that is going to be caught. Good positioning there by Mehring, and he'll bring that one in. So Sikora, not a bad swing, didn't hit it great.
Number 4, Leighton Hendrickson.
And this will bring up Leighton Hendrickson. One of those from a lefty's perspective. As you can tell, it's off the end of the bat, kind of by the way it hooks. That'll miss high, and the count goes to 1-0. That's a little bit more squared up. That's going to be a bit more straighter coming off the bat, but because he kind of hooks it and probably gets a tad bit underneath of it with the end of the bat, you kind of see how it has that looping carry. And, again, good positioning there by Mehring on that one. It's going to get to it regardless. But, again, not a bad swing, but know that you didn't quite square that up. A little check swing there by Leighton, and they're going to say he didn't go around, so the count will go to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here to the Valley City center fielder. Takes a hack at that one. And that looked to be a little up and out, and the count will go to 2-2. Hendrickson walked in his first plate appearance. Wolski into the windup will kick and fire, and that'll be a called strike on the outside corner. That's been where Wolski's gotten a lot of his, I would say, his best pitches is that low outside fastball.
Parker Rolsma.
This will be Rolsma coming up. Rolsma down on strikes in his first plate appearance. That low outside fastball, something that you get taught from pretty much day one as a pitcher, is that locate your fastball down and away. Now baseball more or less has become a very kind of north-south in terms of pitching. 1-0 pitch here. We'll be in there for a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. In the old days, there's a lot of east to west in terms of trying to dot the outside corner now with kind of velocity ticking up more and more. Rolsma going to chop this one over to third. Going to be a tough play. Throw across the diamond and a nice scoop made at first base. So a nice running throw made there by Otis, and nice pick there by the first baseman Kuntz, and that'll be a nice 5-3 putout to end the inning. So the Cardinals sit down Valley City 1-2-3. So after 10 combined runs in the first, both teams failed to score in the second. So back here in a little bit with our third inning of play here on KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week at Lever's Foods, you'll find spring showers of savings on Jack's Pizza, 3 for $10. Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, $2.25 each. Extra large red seedless grapes, $1.99 a pound. Bone-in pork shoulder, just $2.49 a pound. And T-bone steak, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
New pitcher in for Valley City. It'll be Brody Mueller taking the bump.
The first base, number 5, Jamison Kuntz.
So Mueller to take his first opportunity this year. Again, he'll be coming off the bench. Bench for Valley City this year consisting of Ty Cordy, Matthew Holm, Brody Mueller, Cole Bullinger, and Elijah Praska. So Mueller comes set and fires, and that pitch will miss high for ball 1. So Mueller takes over for Schwer. Schwer 5 strikeouts in 2 innings, 3 walks, 2 runs allowed, 1 hit. Next pitch here for Mueller, a little swing and a little doinker out of play, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Jameson Kuntz going to be the first man to take on Mueller, followed up by Mehring and Otis. Mehring and Otis with a couple of nice plays in that bottom of the second. Mueller able to sidearm sling a pitch in there, and that'll move the count to 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mueller coming set at the belt. Now will bring the ball and the glove to his chin. Sidearms it. This one hit high into the air. Corbin trying to find it near the screen. Given pursued, and it'll just get out of play. As a catcher, he's kind of always given pursued, and Valley City's kind of got the fortunate there of some rather giving fence. Some places you go to and it's not quite as giving. Remember trying to run down one of those balls one time and end up just crashing right until you split your chin open. Tries to backdoor him with that sidearm slider and can't quite get it there. Move the count to 2-2. So Mueller's got the count at 2-2. Kuntz walked his first plate appearance. And will hit one off the handle, and a little looper goes right back to the pitcher, and that'll be out number 1. Well, Mueller's going to be talking about, how he caught a hot shot right back to him. And, we have video evidence over on KOVC Live that ball was driving about as fast as my grandma. So 1 out for Mueller. Jams him on the first pitch. Diving effort made, and that's going to go down as a single. Samuelson fires a rocket. Diving effort made at third base, but no dice. So the defensive arrangement stays the same for Valley City. And that'll be a single for Talon Mehring. So Mehring, pair of hits in this game. This will bring up Otis. Otis walked his first time up. Small lead over at first base. The pitch. And that'll be Another jammer, and that'll go out of play. Well, Mueller, he's doing a really good job of just jamming everybody. He's jammed the lefties. He's jammed the righties. He's trying to get right here now. It's a ball that's hit probably well enough over to Samuelson so that he can just take a trot over to second base and fire across for a double play. Jam shot here is probably not a bad outcome here for Carrington if they can keep it away from someone like Mueller or somebody else in the infield. Kind of a slow roller force Valley City to make a play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Low pitch sliding block by Corbin. I'll go to 2-1. Well, early on here, looks like Corbin's doing a good job of being able to get in front of pitches. Kind of a couple of years, that's probably been one of the weaker aspects of his game, was getting in front of the ball at times and blocking pitches. A couple get under his glove every now and again, but done a good job of keeping everything in front of him so far. No pass balls. That'll miss low, and it goes to 3-1. Catchers kind of come in all shapes and sizes. Back then, you used to just put the biggest, most unathletic kid behind the plate and called it a day. Now the position's getting more and more athletic. Now pitch will catch the outside corner. The count goes to 3-2. I say this as someone from experience who was the biggest, slowest, most unathletic kid behind home plate. Corbin is the exact opposite of me. He can hit and can throw it better than I can. And frame it up, too. And Corbin able to steal a strike for his man Mueller on the mound, and that'll make it 2 outs. So Mueller records his first punch out of the day, and this will bring up James Rao. Rao went down looking in the first inning, and that kind of helped calm James Schwer down enough. Kind of helped calm James down and allow him to get out of that third inning, or first inning, I should say. First pitch misses low, and the count goes to 1-0. Going back to talking about kind of catching and how it's changed over the past few years. Starting to see more and more catchers go to a one-leg kind of stance where they got the one knee down, able to help frame the ball better up. And that'll slide through. And I was just about to say the downside to the one knee is that it does leave the 5-hole open. And when you're setting up outside and your pitcher throws it down the middle, it sometimes leaves that kind of 5-hole open and Corbin not able to get the glove down, and that'll go past him for a, we'll call that a wild pitch for now, and that'll move the count to 2-0. Mueller trying to fire pitch outside, and he'll miss outside, and he'll go to 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes with 2 away. Man at second base. Valley City in front, 8-2 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Good pitch there by Mueller. Just comes inside the zone, and an auto take there from Rao. 3-1 pitch upcoming here. Got to expect Mueller trying to challenge inside the zone. And just comes right at him, and that'll make it 3-2. It's kind of just where, as a catcher, you don't even show signs. You just put your glove up because the pitcher knows that he needs to work off his fastball, and you just say, come right at him. So Mueller tries to get him, can't quite get it down there. Valley City tries to get the runner at third, and umpire didn't throw out the safe sign or the outside, but runner going to be in there with a stolen base. Good throw by Corbin. Maybe gets Merring, but left it high and to the outside.
Charles Jorgensen.
So this will bring up Jorgensen. Valley City has walked at least one batter in every inning so far today. Jorgensen struck out in his first plate appearance. Couple men on here for the Cardinals with 2 away in the third inning in Mueller's first inning. That'll be a swinging strike, and the count goes to 0-1. As a catcher, again, talking about this is just kind of a situation where you hold your glove up. You're not even giving signs. Pretty much telling your pitcher fastballs only and just challenge these hitters. That'll be low. Corbin stays in front of it, but it'll be a stolen base regardless. So a couple men in scoring position here for the Cardinals. Mueller got out to a decent start in the inning. A couple guys to get jammed, roll over, and this will be a little line drive flare. Caught at second. Off the end of the bat and good positioning there by Coughlin, able to bring that one in. Didn't charge it, kind of let the ball get to him. It was going to sink on him. He was going to be in position just to knock it down and get the runner out at first. So Coughlin with a nice patient approach there, able to make the smooth play on it. So a couple of lineouts in the inning for Carrington, and they'll get out the inning scoreless. So we go to the bottom of the third, still 8-2 for Valley City.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
So a new pitcher in for Carrington. It'll be Talon Maring taking the bump. I'm not quite sure where everyone wound up here. Do say it's Wolski, so it might have just been a straight swap. It might have been Maring coming in for Wolski, and Wolski goes over to short. I believe that's what the change would have been. First pitch in for a called strike, and that'll be Luke Praska leading off for Valley City. Singled with a little lob shot in the center his first time up. Almost low, and the count goes to 1-1. Obviously, Charlie Brown Memorial Baseball Field. Beautiful setting here when all the green comes in and a little less chilly. Also, though, one of the bad things is that you're positioned right above the snack bar, so you get all the tasty wafts of grilled meats. A little bit of a bad hopper there over to second, but the play made nonetheless. So 4-3 ground out for Luke Praska is how we'll start things out here in the inning. Kind of like by the third inning, the smoke starts wafting up, and you're like,
Number 8, Adam.
If only I had cash on me. So this will bring up Adam Shenenko. Shenenko reached off an E6. Picked up an RBI on that E6, but didn't get credit for the second run coming around. And Shenenko, first pitch swinging, will drive it out into right field for a hit, and it gets by momentarily, though. Shenenko is just going to hold himself at first. Shenenko had a walk-off hit in Valley City's region tournament over in Legion Ball. And the thing with Shenenko is that he's first pitch swinging, is that his batting average and his on-base percentage are not going to be too far apart from each other this year. If he gets something he likes first pitch, he's normally going to take a rip, and I mean, he's really good at first pitch hitting, and there is an art form to it. Coughlin goes chasing a high fastball, and that'll move the count to 0-1. Kind of the key to first pitch hitting is you don't really try to do too much. You just kind of, I think the best way to say it is see ball, hit ball, and you don't really care where it goes. You just try to almost pretty much get your barrel to it and lob it, whether you're going left or right. Coughlin falls down the count here, 0-2. So, Maring fires a pitch that'll be low and outside, and the count will go to 1-2. So again, the change, I believe, is Maring to the mound and Wolski to short. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 away. Man at first base is going to be Shenenko. Not a stolen base threat for Valley City. This one hit high in the left field. It's shallow. Going to be an interesting run, and that'll be dropped, but it'll be dropped in foul territory. So the AB keeps going. Long run there for the left fielder on the play. for Broughton. Just could not quite bring that one in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8-2 lead for Valley City. Little check swing. Don't think he broke the plane, and everyone's going to stay where they are. No appeal down to the umpire. That is right behind the mound. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Valley City 9-hole hitter. Coughlin lays off that one, and the count will go to a full 3-2. Top of the order, Lumen Large with Corbin Powell. Corbin doubled his last plate appearance, hit a bomb over the head of the center fielder. And that'll miss high, ball 4. So Coughlin comes back to draw the walk.
The catcher, number 13, Corbin Powell.
So Corbin 2 for 2 today, has not hit since the first inning. And had 2 plate appearances, and here we go with the tornado sirens. Welcome to Valley City, everybody. That first pitch will be in there for a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. And we got an ambulance or a police car or somebody out and about. Got to throw the tornado siren up there. It's important for everyone in the bleachers to know that we got things going on. 1 ball, 1 strike. The good news is it's not as loud as it usually is. So maybe they've changed it up to where the siren that's nearest here doesn't go off. Because I remember it used to be so loud here that they would stop play. Corbin, sharp ground ball to third. Out at third. Throw over to first is caught on a hop and out. So a double play, 5-3. So good job by Carrington. Throw up a 0 and get out of a tight situation. As Valley City will head back into the dugout, and we'll head to the 4th inning with scores still at 8-2 in favor of the Highliners. Back here in a little bit on KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week at Lever's Foods, you'll find spring showers of savings on Jack's Pizza, 3 for $10. Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, $2.25 each. Extra large red seedless grape, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
So we're back here. It's going to be our top of the 4th inning. 8-2 lead for Valley City. Brody Mueller still out there for the Highliners. Broughton taking the first AB of this 4th inning, and that'll be in there for a called strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. As tornado sirens finally wind down. The 0-2 pitch. Corbin's going to peel over to the first base ump. A rule that Broughton did not go around, and it looks like, in my opinion, to be the correct call. 1 ball, 2 strike. Mueller going to come set, kick and fire. That one right down the chute for a called strike 3. So Broughton's second time today going down looking. And Corbin going to go out and talk to his young pitcher. going to be Bayshon coming up. Bayshon 0 for 2 today with a fly out to left and a strikeout.
Center fielder, number 8, Jacob Bayshons.
Usually you do that if you've got intel. This will be hit high into the air, and third base and short both going over for it, and that'll be caught in the palm of the hand. Not in the basket, but catch is a catch. And that'll be a pop out to third. Make it a quick two-out scenario.
Number 9, Max Whitman.
Whitman, one of two batters Valley City has not gotten out yet. Whitman's walked both times. The other batter they haven't gotten out is Talon Maring, who's singled in both of his plate appearances. First pitch will miss low, and that'll move the count to 1-0. Again, that low arm slot that Mueller throws from, just not a comfortable AB for a righty. Because it looks like the ball is pretty much starting at your hip no matter what. Add on to there a bit of erraticness at times, and you get a lot of jumpiness in the box, and that helps to force soft contact. And nice little breaking ball right there, locked up Whitman. And that'll move the count to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Whitman. In there for another called strike, and the count will go to 2-2. So Mueller trying to sit down the Cardinals 1-2-3 for the first time this game. 2-2 pitch on the way. Mueller comes set. Takes a breath, now will kick and fire. Fastball just off the outside half, and that'll put it at a full 3-2. Not a bad pitch by Mueller, but expect him, I would say, now to try to run this one inside. And tries to go low, and just a bit too low, and for the third time today, Whitman draws a walk. So a good day for the on-base percentage for Max Whitman with those 3 walks.
The shortstop, number 10, Tate Wolski.
So this will bring up Tate Wolski. Reached in the first off an E6 and then got a strikeout and then struck out in the second inning. Now courtesy runner coming in here for the Cardinals. That's going to either be Justin Hone or Landon Clifton, depending on which 20 they're using. So, runner over at first base, and this will be a line drive. That's sinking into right field. Diving effort, not caught on the play by Sikora. Sikora gave it a good dive and able to knock it down with his body, but that's going to be a single for Wolski, and the inning stays alive. Runner stays at second base.
The first baseman, number 5, Jamison Kuntz.
Kuntz, 0 for 1 on the day, walked his first time up, and then
for the catcher, now at second base, number 20, Landon Clifton.
Hit a line out to the pitcher. You have to use line out in the score sheet, even though it's kind of just a little floater to the mound. 1 ball, no strike here. So Carrington, there's one thing they've done. They've not gotten down quietly in any inning so far. And Mueller having a hard time finding the zone in this AB. That'll move the count to 2-0. Valley City, the last thing you want to do is allow Carrington to get any 2-out runs, kind of give themselves some energy. They'll be in there for a called strike, and the count will go to 2-1. It's kind of a game that's in a malaise right now. Got out to a fast start with 2 runs for Carrington in the first and 8 runs for Valley City. Now the pitching has kind of taken over. But right now, the pitching for Valley City put them in control of this 4th inning, but now it's starting to open the door back up here for Carrington, as Kuntz has worked a 3-1 count with 2 men on. Wolski going to come set. Looks back the man at second. Will kick and fire. And can't backdoor him, so that'll be another walk. So load the bases up here for the Cardinals.
The pitcher, number 21, Talon Maring.
And this is the guy you want up if you're the Cardinals. Your guy that's 2 for 2 right now with 2 singles. Last one, kind of a half infield single, was knocked down the hole by Samuelson. Didn't have a chance to get it out. That'll be a little half swing there from Maring, and the count goes to 0-1. So force at any base for Valley City, but Carrington one swing away from getting right back into this game. Mueller going to kick and fire. Nice little front door breaking ball, and the count goes to 0-2. That's the pitch that worked so well for Schwer. Getting a lot of lockups on it. Now if you're Mueller up in the count 0-2, don't want to waste any time right here. Want to go right after Maring. Fires a fastball in there for a called strike 3, so he loads the bases and gets out of it and gets the punch out. So Valley City escapes the jam, and they'll go to the bottom of the 4th, leading 8-2. Back here in a little bit on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
8-2 lead for Valley City as we begin our bottom of the 2nd inning here on KOVC. Well, for Carrington, the big issue for them in this game has been men left on base. Through 4 innings, they have left 8 men on base. They left the bases loaded in both the 1st and the 4th inning, left 2 men on base in the 3rd, so, or excuse me, 9 on that one, 9 men left on base. First swing there for Samuelson comes up empty, and the count will go to 0-1, so they left a man on base in each of the innings so far. 3 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and 3 in the 4th. That's 9 men left on base. So Carrington's had base runners. The problem with Carrington right now is they're getting base runners with 2 outs, which is a good thing. You got to be able to get that big hit, though, to drive in those runs. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Samuelson. Pair of singles today, and he'll rip this one into left field for another single. So 2 for 2 today for Jack Samuelson. So Samuelson with 3 hits today.
The pitcher, number 5, Brody Mueller.
And this will be Brody Mueller coming up in the lineup, so he will be replacing Schwer. So Mueller will replace Schwer in the lineup. Runner off and going on the pitch, and Samuelson got the foot in there. Feet first slide. Not a bad throw there from behind the dish by Whitman. Just could not quite get the tag down in time, and the count will start out here 1-0. So Mueller will take a strike as a little delayed call there. It'll be interesting to see here. With a man at second base, you just try to bunt him over to third. You take your hack, and they're going to let Mueller swing away. 1 ball, 2 strike. Mueller, of course, not in the lineup to begin, which is the only reason why you would have your 3-hole hitter bunt in a situation like this. But right now, Mueller finds himself down the count 1-2. The pitch outside, ball 2. Whitman, good throwing arm behind the plate. He gets good velocity on it. The problem is he's a little long with the release, and then he has a big wind-up to kind of snap that ball over there. I'll be swung on and missed, so the strikeout will put 1 out on the scoreboard, and that'll bring up Andrew Sikora. So take a look here at the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard while we got time. 8-2 for Valley City, 3 hits for Carrington, 8 hits for Valley City, both teams with 1 error. Andrew Sikora single his first plate appearance. That'll run inside for ball 1. Sikora singled in his first plate appearances and lined out to the shortstop in his second. Miss out of the zone. The count goes to 2-0. Sikora, almost the opposite of Adam Shenenko, is that Sikora kind of works a lot of methodical ABs, and Shenenko just goes up there swinging at the first pitch. And he'll work a 3-0 count. And again, Sikora's not your usual cleanup hitter with the power, but he does draw a lot of walks. He does take good ABs, which is, I assume, why he's in that kind of crucial spot in the batting order. You'll like to see him come through here, though, with a nice little flare, probably into right center, as that'll move the count to 3-1. Good strike at the knees. Sikora shoots this one up the middle. Shortstop's there to make the play on it. Throw is in plenty of time. So Sikora will get caught up in a 6-3 ground out, and that'll move the runner 90 feet over to third base. Pass ball can score Samuelson now.
Number 4, Leighton Hendrickson.
So this will bring up Leighton Hendrickson. Good strong throw there by Wolski. Good footwork staying in front of it, and just a snap throw to get him. Hendrickson 0 for 1 today. Walked in his first plate appearance and struck out the second. One thing you got to give Carrington is they've not been really wild with their pitches in this one. They've missed out the zone, but they haven't missed erratically and forced the catcher to run to the backstop. So even though Valley City could get a runner off a pass ball, Carrington has not showed that they've been the pass ball type of team. That'll be missing high, and the count goes to 2-1. Well, you're Leighton in a situation like this. Again, you're just looking for a pitch to shoot right back up the middle. And I'll let that one fade away up high, and the count goes to 3-1. So a hard thing for a lot of hitters to learn, especially young hitters, is that Leighton wants to get a hit right here. He wants to drive this run in the worst way possible, but you can't go helping the pitcher and take a selfish AB. And so Leighton doesn't really get challenged on that AB. He walks, and he'll take a jog over to first base, so he walks for the second time today.
Number 6,
so this will be Parker Rolsema. Praska, the next man due up. Valley City, again, they're not against trying to get themselves in that rundown to try to score that runner from third base. They tried it once already off a strikeout. Carrington didn't bite at it. Be interested to see if they put Leighton off and running. And they do. Good jump by Leighton, and they're not even going to attempt to throw. Leighton got about as good of a jump as you can get on that one. And the count's going to be at 1 ball, 1 strike. So that was just a straight steal, no theatrics there by Valley City. Rolsema took one that he probably wants to have bagged. That was a spinning breaking ball right in the heart of the zone saying hit me, and he just couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 men on in scoring position with 2 away. The pitch. All right, Rolsema goes tomahawking at one. He'll foul it away. And everybody looking around saying, like, well, who's going to go get the ball? And catcher didn't want to go get the ball. Pitcher didn't want to go get the ball. Umpire didn't want to go get the ball. So the middle child of the age group there and the first base coach will go get the ball. That'll miss outside, and the count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men in scoring position for Valley City, leading 8-2 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. This will be pitch number 38. And Rolsema hits this one high into center field. A little blooper, but it's going to be run down underneath, and it'll be caught by Carrington. So Valley City, a couple men in a scoring position, but Rolsema unable to bring them home with the pop out to center. And that'll do it for our 4th inning of play. To the 5th we go. It's 8-2, the lead for the Valley City Highliners. Back after the break on KOVC.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week at Lever's Foods, you'll find spring showers of savings on Jack's Pizza, 3 for $10. Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, $2.25 each. Extra large red seedless grapes, $1.99 a pound. Bone-in pork shoulder, just $2.49 a pound. And T-bone steak, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
So coming into the game will be Luke Prescott, a pitch for Valley City.
Leading off for the Cardinals.
This is the ultimate wild card here, is that when Luke's on, he's pretty much untouchable. He's got that fastball that hovers right close to about 90, but it is about whether or not he's got control. First pitch to Otis, right down the chute for a called strike, and that'll move the count to 0-1. So no balls, one strike here to the Carrington third baseman. Next pitch will be fouled and into the screen, and the count goes to 0-2. Otis, a walk and a strikeout on his docket today. 8-2 lead for Valley City on the LaRue Lockup Financial scoreboard. All the runs came in the first inning for both sides. Next pitch for Praska. Ooh, that looked dead set that it was going to hit Otis, and then just darted through the inside corner. Didn't get the call, but, oh, that is nasty right there. And that is what he wanted. I mean, that's filth. Like, that's absolute filth right there.
The second baseman, number 1.
Like, that ball looks like it's going to hit you. It looks like it's dead set to hit you in the thigh, and then it just hits the inside corner. And all you're doing is cussing the pitcher's name on your way back to the bench. First fastball will miss high, and the count goes to 1-0, excuse me. So 1 ball, no strike here to James Rao. Rao strikeout and a walk, and that'll miss up and in, and the count goes to 2-0. This is kind of the experience you can get a little bit here with Luke Praska, is that he can throw just some of those diabolical strikes you'll ever see, and then he just can't find the zone the next batter. And he's missed inside there, and that'll move the count to 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, and that'll miss high for ball 4. And this is just kind of where he can get with Luke sometimes, is that when he's on, but when he is struggling to hit the zone, it is a lot of kind of fishing around the zone and hoping to get swings. Coming in to hit will be Adrian Otis for Jorgensen. First pitch in there for a strike. This is just where, again, you want Luke to just focus on the center of the zone, kind of let your stuff eat from there. Good block by Corbin, and that'll move the count to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, man at first. And this will be a slow roller up the middle. Chance at 2. Out at second. Oh, it's dropped by Samuelson. Oh, and that's just a mistake you can't have. And I think that you just got to give E6 to Samuelson on that one. You know, maybe the throw is a little off to the side, but you got to get there. You got to make that play for your pitcher. And another pinch hitter coming into this one for the Cardinals. Get the number on that one. That is going to be Leighton Sebago. Or no, excuse me. I was looking at the wrong one there. Slow roller. Prask is just going to underhand to the third. Smart play there, and James Schwartz is going to take a bite out of it. That was Radke Hui, excuse me, on that one. So Hui hits into the fielder's choice.
The center fielder, number 8, Jacob Bayshons.
Bayshon coming up. That's a smart play by Luke. The momentum's taking him over towards third base. Just focus on getting one out and cutting down the lead man. Kind of a play where you just kind of settle yourself down. You're up by 6. You don't need to turn the quick double play. Be nice, but just kind of, again, situation that you have right now and the conditions, just focus on getting one out at a time. Not a bad bit of pitch in there, trying to get him to change the eyesight with that little front door cutter. Couldn't get it for a strike, and that'll move the count to 1-1. That'll dot the corner, and the count goes to 1-2. Carrington has left 9 men on base in this game. In danger of leaving 11 if Bayshons can't come through. 0 for 3 on the day. The 1-2 pitch to Bayshon. And that'll just run inside, and the count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It gets to a full count. Runners will be off and running on the next pitch. Pitch here by Praska. Swung on and fouled away. It'll go to 2-2. So Praska trying to wiggle off the hook. Valley City has not had a clean inning in this game. Praska looking in at the signs, finally gets one that he likes. The 2-2 pitch. Tries to snap a high curveball right there, and that's just not the pitch for the situation that you're in. In a cold day like this, you just come in and challenge them with your fastball. You don't really want to try to be snapping off breaking balls. He'll get this one flared up into the air, and that'll be just foul enough to get out of play, and that'll be a full count once again. For Praska here, what you're trying to avoid is trying to be perfect. You don't need the perfect pitch to get somebody out here. Just need, again, to try to make them put it in play. Runners off and going, and that'll be away, and that'll be ball 4. So the runners advance on the walk, and for the 3rd time today, Carrington will have the bases loaded with 2 outs.
The catcher, number 9, Max Whitman.
So you take a look at where all the runners are on right now for Carrington. Runner at third is there because of an E6 on a ball that should have just been flipped and caught at second base. Runner at second's there on a fielder's choice that probably should have ended the inning. Liner and gets under the glove of James Schwer, and Carrington will peel back a run. Valley City quickly gets the ball in, and that's one of your Schwer. You just got to knock it down, and it just tries to olay it, and that gives up a run there for Carrington. So Carrington makes it an 8-3 game. And they're going to say E5 on that one. So, again, Valley City cannot get Max Whitman out.
10,
so no hits in the inning for Carrington, but a pair of errors and a pair of walks have given the Cardinals some potential life. First pitch in for a strike, and the count will go to 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Valley City, without that first error, would be out of this inning. But right now, Praska fighting through it, trying to, again, just get this last out. Bottom of the order due up for Valley City as well, so Carrington could possibly find a route back into this game. This one hit into center field. Looks like a good read there for Leighton. He'll move underneath of it and make the catch. So the damage is minimized, but ultimately Carrington able to claw back a run with 2 outs. So that'll make it an 8-3 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Fralick, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Number 2, Luke Press.
All right, everybody. New pitcher on. That's going to be Jamison Kuntz for the Cardinals. And leading off the inning will be pitcher Luke Praska. It'll be Shenenko and Coughlin following up. First pitch to Praska outside. Count at 1-0. And, well, if Valley City is able to strike here for some runs, they can make this situation very interesting. They would need 5 in order to inflict the run rule. So Luke Praska, again, didn't have a bad inning. Now that's the thing. Like, yeah, he had control issues. He walked some guys, but he should have never had the opportunity to give up that run in the first place. You got to pick up your pitcher sometimes, and LC just failed to do that. Now miss outside, and the count goes 3-0. So the lefty in Kuntz is missing early on here. But you go to that last inning of work for Praska. Strikeout to start out. Next pitch here for Kuntz down the pike for a called strike, and they'll move the count to 3-1. Strikeout, walk, E6, and that's just, you got to make that play. You just whiffed on a exchange over at second base. 3-1 pitch, that'll miss outside, ball 4. So Praska draws a walk. Second time he's been on day today, so now 1 for 2 with the walk. And then the fielder's choice that was hit by Huey. Yes, it is. The throw was made to third base where the runner wouldn't have been anyway, but that's still a slow roller to the mound. You turn, you fire to first, you're out of the inning. So that should have been a very quick inning for Valley City. That turned into an elongated one. Little blooper there for Shenenko, but can't drop it over the top of the second baseman, and Praska got himself off the mound quite a distance, but manages to scamper back. So a line out to second for Shenenko, who swung at the first pitch in each of his first 3 ABs.
Number 1, Chase Coughlin.
So Coughlin, 0 for 1 today with the strikeout and walked his last plate appearance. If you're Coughlin, this is the role of the 9-hole hitter, which is just get on base. You don't really care how you get on base here, but you need to flip this to the top of the order and give the likes of Powell and Samuelson an opportunity to kind of get those runs back. Someone that hit ninth quite a bit. Your goal was never really to rack up stats. Your goal is just to do what your team needs you to do, and right now your team needs you to get on base. Next pitch, and Coughlin goes chasing one, and that'll move the count to 2-1. If your 9-hole hitter is kind of a guy who can get on base a little bit, sometimes coaches like going with that kind of bottom of the order leadoff guy mentality. Coughlin chases 2 pitches, and I'll make it 2-2. Sometimes you got a kid back there that can, draw a walk, can lay down a bunt if necessary. Right now, though, Coughlin has chased the last 2 pitches up in the zone, and this has given Kuntz an opportunity. That'll just miss high and outside, and the count will go to a full 3-2 here. But this is where you need Coughlin to really hone in on him on the zone and only swing at something in the zone. And that'll be off the plate for ball 4. So Coughlin manages to do his job and draw a walk, and this will flip things over for Corbin Powell.
The catcher, number 13, Corbin Powell.
And you would figure, everyone's got their role in a lineup, and the 9-hole hitter does have a role. Most people wouldn't think that. Again, lower down you are in the order, kind of the less prolific hitter you are, but 9-hole guy sometimes does have a role to play. Corbin goes kind of leaning out over one, and he'll pop this foul, and the count starts out 0-1. But 9-hole hitter, you do have a role, and most of the time it is a guy that you trust to be able to flip things over to the top of the order, whether it's laying down a bunt to get a guy from first to the second with 1 out, or trying to be able to draw a walk like he did to give the top of the order a chance to do some damage. I'll move the count to 1-1 off the outside pitch. For Valley City here, and they're trying to claw back that run they gave up. First run for either side since the first inning. Corbin shoots this one up the middle, and that'll drop into the outfield. Runner at second had to check up. Throw to second, not going to be in time. So Corbin with his 3rd hit of the day. He's now 3 for 4, a couple singles and a double.
Shortstop, number 11, Jack Samuelson.
So now Samuelson coming up. Samuelson 3 for 3, 3 singles. He's hit 2 sharply, and then 1 kind of off the end of the bat. Either or here would be a much-needed tack on for Valley City. Miss off the plate, and the count goes 1-0. The thing you want to see this year with Samuelson is don't force yourself out of a groove by trying to hit for power too much. 1-0 pitch misses outside, and will go to 2-0. Samuelson has had a habit of having a week or two of really good ABs, just hitting the ball, stinging it all over the yard, and then he tries to almost get in love with the power swing too much, and that's when he can kind of get himself into a funk. Starting out a game here with 3 singles off 3 pretty good swings, something that you're trying to hope Samuelson's going to be more comfortable with, is just taking what's been given to him. That one just off the plate, and the count goes to 3-1, and Kuntz right now is walking back going man, he's too good to not give me that call. He knows he's got to go inside the wheelhouse now. 3-1 pitch, and that'll miss outside. Samuelson draws the walk, and that'll bring in a run. So Praska comes in to score. 3rd walk of the inning for Valley City.
The 3rd baseman, number 12, James Schwer.
So Schwer back into the lineup after entering for Brody Mueller. So Schwer will come up. Schwer drew a walk in his only plate appearance. Drew a walk and struck out in that first inning, I should say. Didn't get the hit in the 4th inning because Mueller came in to hit for him after coming in to the mound. First pitch misses off the plate, and the count goes to 1-0. Schwer, a little ground ball. That's going to stay in play. Possible 2-ball opportunity. Out at first. They're not going to throw over, and Valley City will scratch home a run here. So Coughlin comes in to score. Didn't get the best read on the ball. So it'll be a fielder's choice.
The right fielder, number 7, Andrew Sikora.
So Powell gets chopped down at third base. Samuelson's over to second, and Schwer's at first. This will bring up Andrew Sikora. Valley City now leads 10-3. First pitch misses high, and it'll be 1 ball, no strike. Sikora, single, line out to short, and a ground ball to short in his 3 plate appearances today. That'll run behind and get away from the catcher, and they're actually going to say it hit Andrew. Andrew has this very weird habit. He no-sells hit by pitches, and I've never met a hitter in my life that gets hit by a pitch and wants to acknowledge it less than Andrew Sikora.
The center fielder.
I'm going to tell you what, every time I got hit by a pitch, umpire knew. Umpire knew I got hit by a pitch every single time. I don't care if I was flopping around. I was trying to get on base. It didn't happen very often. No balls, 1 strike here to Layton. Winning run for Valley City at third base. Second pitch here to Layton. Off the plate, and the count goes to 1-1. Layton today has walked twice and struck out. Rolsema, the man on deck. Good little pitch there by Kuntz to dot the outside corner. The count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. 2 runs across in the inning for Valley City as they lead 10-3. That'll be off the plate, and it'll get away from the catcher, but not enough to allow any runs to come in, and the count will be even up here at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 away. Valley City looking for a 2-out rally here. And that'll nearly get away from the catcher again. So 3-2 here. Samuelson over at third base, and everybody else will be off and running with the bases juiced. The guy on third never is really eager to take off and run towards a righty swinging a bat. So everybody's off and going, and Layton will take, okay, I guess it's called strike 3. That was a very unenthusiastic strike 3 call, but I guess it was strike 3. So Layton goes down looking, and Valley City leaves the bases juiced, but pulls back a couple runs, and they will take a 10-3 lead into the top of the 6th on KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week at Lever's Foods, you'll find spring showers of savings on Jack's Pizza, 3 for $10. Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, $2.25 each. Extra large red seedless grapes, $1.99 a pound. Bone-in pork shoulder, just $2.49 a pound. And T-bone steak, only $14.99 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
10-3 lead for Valley City as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Valley City puts up 2 runs in the bottom half of the 5th, so this is their largest lead of the day. This will be Jamison Kuntz, the now pitcher. He's walked twice and is lined out to the pitcher. Praska back out there for Valley City. And Praska pitched well enough not to have a run on his ledger, but in the control issues did rear their head a little bit in that last inning. I went in there for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Again, for Luke, just what you want to see him do is just go out here and challenge these hitters. A little high slider doesn't get the call, and the count will go to 2-1. It's not a bad pitch. Like trying to work your slider to a backdoor to the lefty. Throws it there again, gets it a little bit lower, and the count will go to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Expect Praska to go with the fastball. And he does go fastball, but Kuntz puts the bat on his shoulder and will let it be a 3-2 count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Luke's been working that outside part of the plate. That was a fastball that's hit into the air. Shenenko trying to find it, moves underneath it and makes the catch. So that'll be out number 1 as Shenenko gets a little bit of some rare work here.
The third baseman, number 21.
I don't know if you look around kind of how this game has proceeded. Carrington has not grounded into one single out today. Everything's been strikeouts or lineouts or like fly balls. So Shenenko hasn't really had much to do in this game, which is surprising for a first baseman. 1 ball, no strikes here as that one misses up and inside to Maring. That'll be swung on and missed, and the count evens up at 1-1. You know what? You go fly out the left, 2 strikeouts in the first, and then 3 strikeouts in the second. Next pitch here by Praska off the plate, and the count will go to 2-1. Now let's see here. Line out, strikeout, line out. Pop out, strikeout, strikeout. Pop out, strikeout. Fielder's choice, which was just a little toss by Praska to third base. Count goes to 2-2. Yes, there has not been a single ground out. There's been 1 ground out in this game, but not a single not a single put out over at first base. This will be laced into center field. Layton took a step in, might have misjudged it, sticks up the glove and makes the catch. Well, Layton didn't get the best read on that ball. Took a step in, immediately realized that he needed to get back, and that's why you like having kind of a taller center fielder as you can get to plays like that. Again, Layton cheating in, you can't really blame him for it. On conditions like this, you don't expect the ball really to travel. Maring put a really good swing on that one that nearly got over Layton's head, and that would have gotten, I don't know if it would have gotten to the wall, but it definitely would have been extra bases. Definitely 2. Don't know about 3, depends on how far away it got. Couple swings here from Otis. Well, make it 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Praska looking for the first clean inning today for Valley City. 0-2 pitch here. On the way, swung on and missed, and Valley City finally has its 1-2-3 inning. Otis punched out today for the 3rd time. So Valley City will go into the bottom of the 6th, needing 3 runs to possibly end it. They're up 10-3, and Valley City will have at least a 7-run cushion to hold in the 7th inning. So back we are in a little bit here on KOVC.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers. Clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
10-3 lead for Valley City here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Still going to be Kuntz out there pitching for the Cardinals. For the Valley City, leading off the inning is going to be Parker Rolsma. So it'll be Rolsma, Praska, and Shenenko. Rolsma, one of the very few Highliners that has not reached base today, has struck out, has grounded out to third, and has popped out to center field. First pitch in there for a strike, and we're starting to get that it's cold strike zone that I was talking about. Trying to get some more leniency on the corner. It's gone both ways. That one low, and the count goes to 1-1. Of course, now you get to Major League Baseball with the ABS, you don't get that it's cold strike zone or the it's a blowout, let's go home strike zone anymore. This one shot up the middle. Good swing, but an even better play at short. Throw. Ooh, did it take him off the bag? Yes, it did. It's a good swing there by Rolsema, and it's a high throw at short, and it just pulled the first baseman off the bag. So first baseman got to it, but because he couldn't hold it, it'll go down as an E6. So Rolsema able to get on base for the first time today. It won't be recorded in the on-base percentage. That one in there for a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. It's weird because you do get on base off an error, but you don't get credit for getting on base with the error. The same way you don't get credit for the fielder's choice, how you'll be beat out a double play. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with no outs. Both, of course, negatively affect the batting average as well. Praska will foul this one off the catcher, and the count goes to 1-2. The weirdest denominator of all of this is the sac fly. The sac fly, it doesn't hurt your batting average, but it negatively affects your OBP. So you can feasibly have a lower on-base percentage than your batting average. That'll be behind Praska, and the count will go to 2-2. I know this because I ended up checking my stats during a baseball season one time and found out that I had a higher batting average than my on-base percentage. And my coach was flabbergasted. He thought he made a mistake in the calculations. Nope. I just did not walk that much, and it was certainly an interesting discovery that I had. 3-2 count here. And it's Praska trying to get on base for the third time today. Praska lets it go outside, and that'll be ball 4. So Valley City brings the winning run to the plate. Adam Shenenko comes up, and
the first baseman, number 8, Adam Shenenko.
if there's anybody that wants to bet me he's swinging at the first pitch, I am willing to take bets here. He's been swinging at the first pitch all day. Lets that one go. So that's the key to not get Shenenko to swing at the first pitch, is throw it into the other batter's box. 1 ball, no strike here to the Valley City first baseman. Shenenko reached off an E6, singled, and lined out to second. A little bit of a late hack at that one. He'll foul it off over the screen and towards the berm, and the count will be 1 ball and 1 strike. For Shenenko, he's not a pull hitter at all. His natural swing path ends up going out to right center for a righty, which is very unusual. And he'll ground this one off, and it goes off the glove of the pitcher. And now Valley City trying to score the man from second base. Throw is low, and that'll scoot away from the catcher. And that'll allow Valley City to get the men in the scoring position at third and second. They're thinking about trying to get another run in, but they'll cut things off. So Valley City with the aggressive send. Shenenko, I think you give him a single on it. You give Shenenko the single, but you definitely count the throwing error. So you don't give Shenenko the credit for the RB. Well, it's weird. It's a weird scenario because Shenenko hits the ball off the pitcher's glove, which is what initially caused the send around third base. Does the runner make it without the throwing error? I don't know. But Valley City leads 11-3, and they got the winning run at second base. So Shenenko, he's looking at the score sheet, depending on who's keeping score. Again, my book's not the official one. It's the home team, I believe, has to keep the official book. He'll be lobbying his coach, saying that's an RBI single. I just got the second off the air. But now guys are it's like, we're still talking about it up here. Kind of wondered where it's going to be, but 1 ball, 1 strike. This is going to be popped in. That's going to get foul, and the count goes to 1-2. Baseball scoring is so much fun because you get to just have all this nuance of, did this guy score? Did it not score? Depends on how well you know the scorekeeper and how nice they're willing to be to you. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the 9-hole hitter, Coughlin. Coughlin swings and misses. So Coughlin heads back to the dugout. His second strikeout of the day, has walked twice, and this will bring up the top of the order in Corbin Powell. Corbin 3 for 4 today. 2 singles, a double, grounded into a 5-3 double play to end the third inning. 1 swing of the bat, Corbin can end this game, and he'll get hit in the wallet. No intent there, I would say. That's kind of... I'm not going to say that the Corbin being on first base is meaningless because it actually works better for Carrington in a way because it puts a runner at, because it makes an out at any base. But I would not say hitting Corbin to bring up Jack Samuelson is the 5,000 IQ move. So I don't think there was any intent on that. There was that series against the Fargo Jets in Legion Ball where every time there was a base empty, the Fargo Jets just so happened to hit Corbin Powell every time with a first pitch fastball. What just happened was not that. Samuelson, you can see the eyes light up there. He thought he saw a hanging breaking ball, and it just kept coming straight, and Samuelson didn't quite keep the hands in tight enough to pull that, and the count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, bases juiced. Pitch by Kuntz going to be fouled away. So for Samuelson, he's been on base all 4 times today. Has 3 singles and a walk. This little single here might end the game. And the pitch to Samuelson, hit and gets into the outfield. Valley City, now they're going to try to wave the man home. It's a slow throw in, and Valley City's going to win the game. So Samuelson gets his single and 2 RBIs, and that'll be the 10-run rule. So Valley City ends up winning the game. And let's see here, kind of take the temperature, everything here, because we got Twins game that we might be trying to get to here, and it's got to determine where we're at here. So the Twins are in the bottom of the first, which means that we got some inventory we got to play for y'all before we can get you out to the Twins today. Valley City wins 13-3. Top of the order, and Corbin Powell and Jack Samuelson were the ones doing the most amount of damage, and just for Valley City, kind of the performance that you want to have. Early on from your top of the order, getting it going. So we'll be back here. When you next hear live audio, it'll be the Minnesota Twins baseball game. Right now, the Twins are up 3-0 on the Toronto Blue Jays, 1 out in the bottom of the first. Got to play some ads here, folks, so thank you all for listening. Valley City wins 13-3. Right up will be over on KOVC here in a few minutes.
Bayshore Cityside is a leading power sports and marine dealer proudly serving the Valley City area. Their goal is to help you with all of your needs: sales, service, accessories, and apparel. Their experienced staff is committed to finding the right products for you at the best possible price. Whether you are an experienced racer or just planning your first off-road ATV adventure, Bayshore Cityside welcomes you to experience their lineup of utility vehicles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and boats. Stop in Bayshore Cityside in Valley City. It's worth the ride.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing...
CHI Mercy Health in Valley City strives to bring you quality health care close to home. They're bringing in mammography services, extended their occupational therapy program, and updated physical therapy and emergency room spaces. They're currently seeking to fill a number of positions. To find out more, head to chimercyhealth.org under the Careers tab. CHI Mercy Health Valley City, voted top 100 critical access hospital and one of the first in the nation designated as an acute cardiac ready hospital, providing quality health care close to home.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We're here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. We offer mail out with no additional product fee, and we offer an automated system for convenient refills. And as always, Dr. Natalie Meyer, Terry, Rachel, Cindy, Christina, or myself will answer your calls at 845-5280. Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to